Have you ever wondered why some people seem to struggle financially, while others build wealth and live with financial freedom? What's the secret? According to Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, it often comes down to how we spend our money, especially on things that don't actually improve our lives. Today we're diving into 14 things that only poor people waste money on, and trust me, some of these might surprise you. So, if you're ready to break free from financial habits that might be holding you back, stay with us until the end of this video. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. Your support means the world to us, and we can continue providing valuable content to help you live a wealthier, smarter life. Brand loyalty is something that many people fall into without even realizing it. You might think, "Oh, I've always used this brand," or "This is what everyone I know buys," without stopping to consider whether you're overpaying for what you're getting. Warren Buffett stresses the importance of value over brand names. When you buy from big-name brands, you're often paying for their marketing costs, not just the product itself. Take grocery shopping, for example. The generic versions of many food items are often made by the same manufacturers as the brand name products, but they're sold at a fraction of the price. This is true for items like over-the-counter medicine, household cleaners, and even clothing. Yet, many people waste significant amounts of money because they believe that brand name products are inherently better when, in reality, they're just more expensive. Clothing is another area where brand loyalty can cost you dearly. A lot of people buy clothes from expensive labels, thinking it'll last longer or make them look wealthier. But in reality, many generic brands offer the same quality at a much lower cost. Buffett would recommend asking yourself, am I buying this because I need it or because I'm attached to the brand? The goal should be to buy what serves your needs, not what serves your ego. Next time you shop, compare the prices of generic and brand name items and see how much you can save. If you switch from brand names to generic in multiple areas of your life, that small difference can add up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars saved each year. Credit cards, payday loans, and high-interest personal loans are traps that can lead to a lifetime of financial struggle. Many people fall into the habit of using credit cards for everyday purchases, racking up interest payments that slowly drain their financial resources. Warren Buffett is a big advocate of living within your means, and he advises against taking on debt that doesn't improve your long-term financial position. Poor people often use credit cards to buy things they don't really need, or to pay for expenses they can't afford, without fully understanding the long-term consequences. The interest on credit card debt can quickly spiral out of control, making it difficult to ever fully pay off the balance. According to Buffett, using high-interest debt to finance everyday purchases is a major financial mistake. Instead, he advocates using debt for things that will appreciate in value, like buying a home or starting a business. If you have credit card debt, the first step to improving your financial health is to focus on paying it off as quickly as possible. The longer you carry high-interest debt, the more money you're wasting on interest payments, money that could be used to save or invest for your future. If you're currently in credit card debt, create a plan to pay it off. Start by paying off the card with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on the others. Once that's paid off, move on to the next. If you can't afford to pay off the balance in full each month, avoid using credit cards for non-essential purchases entirely. How many times have you seen people lining up at the gas station or convenience store to buy lottery tickets? Many people, particularly those with financial struggles, believe that winning the lottery could be their ticket out of poverty. But the truth is, the odds of winning are astronomically low. Warren Buffett calls buying lottery tickets a tax on the poor because it preys on people's hopes and dreams of getting rich quick, without any real likelihood of it happening. Let's break it down. The chances of winning the lottery are often less than 1 in a million. Yet people continue to spend money on tickets, hoping that the next one will be their big break. What they don't realize is that over time, these small purchases add up to significant amounts of wasted money. Instead of putting that money into lottery tickets, Buffett suggests using it for savings or investments, where the returns are guaranteed to be positive, even if small at first. If you regularly buy lottery tickets, track how much you spend in a month or a year. Then imagine if you had invested that money instead. Even small investments compound over time, and the odds of financial growth through smart investing are infinitely better than winning the lottery. We all know how convenient it is to grab a quick bite from a restaurant or get takeout after a long day. But dining out frequently is one of the quickest ways to drain your bank account. Whether it's a daily coffee run or ordering takeout multiple times a week, these small purchases add up over time. Warren Buffett lives by the principle of frugality in his day-to-day life. Despite his immense wealth, he's known to prefer simple home-cooked meals. He understands that while dining out offers convenience, it comes at a steep cost. For example, the cost of making a meal at home is often a fraction of what you'd pay in a restaurant. Over the course of a year, cutting down on dining out can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Start by cutting out dining out just 1 or 2 times a week. You'll not only save money, but also have more control over what you eat, leading to healthier choices. The savings can be redirected toward your financial goals, such as paying off debt, saving for a big purchase, or investing in your future. Owning a luxury car might seem like a status symbol, but it's one of the biggest financial traps people fall into. Cars, especially new ones, are depreciating assets. From the moment you drive a new car off the lot, its value begins to drop. Despite this, many people choose to finance expensive cars, thinking it's a sign of success. The truth is, it's often a sign of financial insecurity. Warren Buffett is known for driving modest cars, despite having the means to purchase any car he desires. He advises against purchasing new, expensive cars, particularly when they're financed with loans. Car loans often come with interest rates that make you pay significantly more than the car's actual worth over time. The real financial cost of an expensive car goes beyond just the initial purchase price. You'll also face higher insurance premiums, maintenance costs, and registration fees. Instead, Buffett recommends buying used cars that are reliable and affordable. Not only do they cost less up front, but you'll also save on insurance and other associated costs. If you're in the market for a car, consider buying used or certified pre-owned. These cars often come with warranties and are just as reliable as new ones, but without the hefty price tag. Allocate the money saved from lower car payments into investments or paying off existing debt. Impulse purchases are a common trap for many people, especially in today's world of online shopping. It's easy to add something to your cart and click buy without giving it a second thought. But over time, these small, spontaneous purchases add up, creating unnecessary financial strain. Warren Buffett is a strong advocate for delayed gratification. He advises against buying things on a whim and encourages people to take time to evaluate whether they truly need an item before purchasing it. Impulse buys are often emotionally driven rather than based on actual need. It's this emotional spending that can lead to financial instability. One way to combat impulse buying is to implement a cooling-off period. For example, if you see something you want to buy, give yourself 24 to 48 hours to think about it. Often, after some time has passed, you'll realize you don't really need the item or want it as much as you initially thought. Track your impulse spending for a month and see how much it adds up. Then, challenge yourself to cut down on unnecessary purchases. The money you save can be used to fund your financial goals, whether that's building an emergency fund, saving for a vacation, or investing in your future. In today's digital world, it's easy to fall into the trap of subscribing to multiple services. Whether it's streaming platforms, gyms, magazines, or even app subscriptions, each of these may seem small when looked at individually, but when you add them up, they can become a significant financial burden. Warren Buffett warns that many people waste money on subscriptions they either don't need or rarely use, which can be a major drain on their resources. One major problem is the set-it-and-forget-it mentality. You sign up for a service, and before you know it, it's automatically renewing every month, quietly eating away at your bank account. For example, someone might have subscriptions to Netflix, Hulu, Disney+, Amazon Prime, and a gym membership, all of which add up to over $100 a month. If you don't use these services regularly, you're essentially throwing money away. Buffett's advice is simple. Audit your subscriptions and memberships regularly. Take the time to go through your bank or credit card statements and identify any services you don't use often. Ask yourself if each subscription brings enough value to justify its cost. If it doesn't, cancel it. The key is to spend money only on what you truly need or actively use. Perform a subscription audit every 3 months. You'd be surprised at how many services you're paying for without realizing it. Cancel the ones that are not serving you and reallocate those funds to your savings or investment account. Over the course of a year, this simple habit can save you hundreds of dollars. Fast fashion is an industry built on producing cheap, trendy clothing that appeals to consumers looking for the latest styles at low prices. But while the low upfront cost might seem appealing, the long-term impact on your finances and the environment can be detrimental. Warren Buffett encourages people to invest in quality, durable clothing instead of constantly chasing trends. The problem with fast fashion is that it's designed to be disposable. Clothes wear out quickly and trends fade even faster, forcing people to buy more frequently. Poor people often fall into this trap, thinking they're saving money by buying cheap clothes, but in reality, they end up spending more in the long run by needing to replace items more often. Buffett, on the other hand, would recommend adopting a more timeless and sustainable wardrobe approach. Instead of buying trendy clothes that go out of style after a few months, focus on purchasing high-quality classic pieces that can be worn for years. While these items may cost more up front, they will last longer and save you money over time. Before buying new clothes, ask yourself if the item is something you'll still want to wear in a year or two. If not, skip the purchase and focus on building a wardrobe with versatile, durable pieces that won't go out of style. You'll save money and reduce the clutter in your closet. One area where poor people often waste money is on bank fees and penalties. These can come in many forms: overdraft fees, ATM withdrawal fees, maintenance fees, and late payment penalties. While each fee might seem small, they add up quickly and can take a significant toll on your financial health. According to Warren Buffett, avoiding unnecessary fees is an essential part of smart money management. One way people fall into this trap is by failing to maintain a sufficient balance in their checking accounts, which triggers overdraft fees. Another common issue is using out-of-network ATMs, which can charge anywhere from $2 to $5 per transaction. Over time, these fees can drain your finances without you even realizing it. Buffett's advice is to be proactive about managing your money. Keep track of your account balances and ensure you're using services that don't penalize you with excessive fees. Many online banks and credit unions offer fee-free accounts, so there's no need to pay for basic banking services. Switch to a bank that offers no-fee checking accounts and make sure you're aware of any penalties that might apply to your accounts. Avoid using out-of-network ATMs and set up alerts to notify you when your balance is low. By staying on top of your banking habits, you can save hundreds of dollars each year in unnecessary fees. Smoking and excessive drinking are habits that not only harm your health, but also significantly drain your finances. Poor people often waste money on cigarettes and alcohol, thinking of them as small daily indulgences, but the cumulative financial cost is far greater than many realize. Warren Buffett, who leads a clean and modest lifestyle, is a strong advocate for avoiding harmful habits that drain both your wallet and your well-being. Let's break it down. If a person spends $10 on a pack of cigarettes every day, that amounts to $300 a month, or $3,600 a year. The cost of alcohol can be equally staggering. Going out for drinks, buying bottles of wine, or even regular beer purchases can add up quickly. Over time, the financial impact is significant, and it can prevent people from reaching their financial goals. In addition to the direct cost of these habits, there's also the long-term impact on your health, which can lead to increased medical expenses. Smoking, for example, is linked to a wide range of health issues, including cancer and heart disease, which can result in expensive medical bills down the road. If you're currently spending money on cigarettes or alcohol, consider cutting back or quitting altogether. Not only will you save a significant amount of money, but you'll also improve your health and quality of life. The money you save can be redirected toward more productive financial goals, such as building an emergency fund or investing for your future. In today's tech-driven world, there's always pressure to have the latest gadgets and appliances. Whether it's the newest smartphone, tablet, or kitchen appliance, many people fall into the trap of upgrading regularly, thinking they need the latest version to stay relevant or productive. However, Warren Buffett advises against this kind of consumerism, especially for people who are financially struggling. The problem with constantly upgrading is that technology becomes obsolete quickly, and luxury gadgets lose their value almost immediately after purchase. For example, a brand new smartphone might cost $1,000, but within a year or two, it will be worth half that amount. Yet people continue to upgrade even when their current devices work perfectly fine. Buffett believes in making purchases based on necessity, not desire. He suggests keeping your gadgets and appliances until they no longer function properly, rather than replacing them just because a new version is available. This simple habit can save you thousands of dollars over the course of a few years. Before purchasing any new gadget or appliance, ask yourself if it's something you truly need or if you're just upgrading for the sake of having the latest version. If your current device works fine, hold off on upgrading. The money you save can be used for more important financial goals, such as paying off debt or investing in your future. Payday loans are a financial trap that many poor people fall into when they're in need of quick cash. These loans offer short-term relief but come with extremely high interest rates, often exceeding 300%. Warren Buffett warns that payday loans can quickly turn into a cycle of debt, as the borrower struggles to repay the loan and ends up needing to take out another one just to stay afloat. The problem with payday loans is that they're designed to keep borrowers trapped. You might borrow $500 to cover an emergency expense, but by the time you repay the loan with interest, you could end up owing double that amount. For people already living paycheck to paycheck, this creates a vicious cycle of borrowing and repayment that's difficult to escape. Instead of relying on payday loans, Buffett suggests building an emergency savings fund. This can help cover unexpected expenses without the need to borrow money at high interest rates. Even if you can only save a small amount each month, it's better than being caught in the payday loan trap. If you're in a financial bind, consider other alternatives to payday loans, such as borrowing from family or friends or negotiating payment plans with your creditors. Focus on building an emergency fund, even if it's small at first. Over time, this fund will grow, and you'll be able to handle unexpected expenses without resorting to high-interest loans. Everyone deserves a break, but spending money on extravagant vacations when you can't afford them is a financial mistake. Poor people often splurge on fancy trips, thinking they deserve a reward for working hard. But they end up financing their vacations with credit cards or loans. This leaves them with debt that takes months or even years to pay off. Warren Buffett suggests living within your means and opting for more affordable vacations. Instead of going into debt to travel to luxury destinations, consider planning a budget-friendly vacation or even a staycation. There are plenty of ways to relax and recharge without breaking the bank. Fancy vacations often come with hidden costs as well. Between flights, accommodations, dining out, and activities, the expenses add up quickly. Many people don't fully realize the total cost of a vacation until they return home and see their credit card bill. If you're planning a vacation, set a realistic budget and stick to it. Look for deals on flights, accommodations, and activities, and avoid putting your trip on a credit card unless you can pay it off in full. Consider exploring local attractions or taking shorter trips that won't put a strain on your finances. You'll enjoy your vacation more, knowing that it's not adding to your debt. Extended warranties are often sold as a way to protect your purchases, but in many cases, they're unnecessary and a waste of money. Retailers push extended warranties because they're highly profitable for them, But Warren Buffett advises against buying these warranties unless they make financial sense. The truth is, most products are designed to last beyond their standard warranty period, and in many cases the cost of repairs is less than the price of the extended warranty. For items like electronics or appliances, the likelihood of something going wrong during the extended warranty period is relatively low, and even if it does, the repair costs are often manageable. Instead of spending money on extended warranties, Buffett suggests setting aside a small amount in savings to cover any potential repairs. Over time, this fund will grow, and you'll be able to cover any unexpected expenses without paying for overpriced warranties. Before purchasing an extended warranty, do some research on the product's reliability. In most cases, you'll find that extended warranties aren't necessary. If you do decide to purchase one, make sure it covers only essential repairs and offers real value for the cost. Otherwise, put that money into savings and self-insure against future repair costs. As Warren Buffett has taught us, financial success isn't just about how much money you make, but how wisely you manage it. By avoiding these 14 common spending traps, you can begin to build a more secure financial future. Remember, every dollar saved is a dollar you can invest in your future. So take control of your finances today by cutting out wasteful spending and focusing on smart financial habits. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share it with someone who might need to hear these tips. Let's take control of our finances, one smart decision at a time.